How's it hanging, freaks and geeks? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jim Kelly, but I'm not alone. Next to me on this couch, I've got two radical individuals with me. Directly to my right, actor Jack Guzman. Next to him, sketch of all trades, Sketch Ellis. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well, brother. Thank you.
Heck yeah, absolutely. It's awesome to have you guys here. So why don't you guys give me a little bit of a brief rundown? I want to get a little bit of the cliff notes of how you got to where you're at today, where you started with everything that you guys do.
Please.
You go ahead.
All right. So yeah, man, for me, it was basically, bro, I grew up in Colombia. I was born there. When I was 5 years old, I moved to Miami, and then I lived 6 months in Miami, 6 months in Colombia until I was 16. After that, my mother moved to the U.S. to be with me, and from then on, just a regular life until I went to college. I played football in college. That was my initial dream, and that didn't end up happening, man. So after that, I started working construction and didn't really know what to do, and then I met someone that basically showed me or taught me what an extra was. I didn't even know what an extra was, and from there, bro, it's just tried doing it in Miami. I saw that it wasn't working out. You can't really make a living just doing that over there. I moved to LA, started doing extra work, and it was phenomenal, man. I got to do a lot of extra work, enjoyed it a lot, and then I got very lucky and I got a chance to audition for the Power Rangers, and the rest is history, as they say, man. I've been really lucky to keep working, and yeah, it was so exciting and blessed to be the Black Ranger on Power Rangers Wild Force, man.
Absolutely. I love that. How about you, Sketch?
When I was 18, I got a record deal. I toured, did that for many, many years. I'm originally from Jasper, Georgia, so when I was 18, got a record deal. I went straight to Hollywood, straight to California. Soon after, we had a #1 song on the radio, did all that. Everything kind of crashed around maybe 2009. But at that time, I was starting to produce and mix bands, and I was actually bands were like, hey, we'll pay you whatever to do this. And I was like, oh, wow, you can actually make money doing this. So that kind of opened the doors there, and started producing mixing bands up until about 2019. And 2019, I kind of got fed up, said I'm going to sell everything. I'm done. I'm burnt out. I'm done with it. The minute I sold everything, I ended up getting like 2 platinum records that year, and I was like, okay, I got to come back in. So one of the things getting back in, my wife was like, I needed the console because that's what all the labels wanted. So my wife's like, hey, just buy the console. I was like, oh, you can do that? So I reached out, figured all that out, and bought the console. Signed the papers 2 weeks before COVID hit. Then COVID hit, and I'm like, okay, well, now I have all this time on my hands, so I started drawing again. And then the first picture I drew actually got picked up and became a published comic cover. And we ended up doing 3 comics for that series, and then we just had Power Rangers Now that came out, and it's just been, the comics are now blowing up.
Yeah.
The past year we've been doing Comic Cons all over the country, and it's been fun.
Oh yeah, fantastic. And originally from Jasper, Georgia, fellow Georgia boy, love that.
Yep.
And I think that's one of my favorite little things is to kind of see how, just like with everybody, how their stories have progressed. Like with you, acting wasn't even on your radar for, until you had already fully gone through your childhood and lived and done so much in your life. And then, of course, now here you are, and you're a working actor to this day, correct? Yeah.
Correct, yes, sir. Till 2020.
Yeah.
Once the COVID hit, I left LA. I went to Florida, to St. Petersburg, and just kind of wanted to be with family.
Yeah.
But after a while, I started I'm trying to get into a lot of these conventions a lot more, and I went to Ranger Stop Orlando in November of 22, I believe it was, and started talking to a couple people, and they started mentioning how the industry's grown here in Georgia and in Atlanta, and I was just like, man, I never even thought about it. And so it made me reconsider, and I basically went from I thought I was done with the whole entertainment industry to now obviously I haven't done anything because I just moved to Georgia or to Atlanta at the beginning of this year, and then unfortunately both strikes happened, so I haven't been able to do anything as far as acting, but as far as the conventions and meeting amazing people and collaborating, it's been a blast, man. It's comforting to know that I'm back on the right path.
Absolutely.